Hi everyone. I wanted to do a video this week to talk a little bit about meditation. Many of us sort of put that practice aside as we're doing yoga because we think, well, yoga is very meditative. Why do I need to sit for more meditation? Meditation is a separate practice that dovetails very nicely into our yoga practice. It has a lot of healing benefits, and it helps us really to cultivate that mind-body connection and a connection to our deep wisdom, our source. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what meditation is and some of my tips about how to get started. First of all, there's a misconception that meditation is a clearing of all the thoughts. That's really impossible. We can't clear our minds of thoughts because that's the brain's nature, is to think. What we do is we try to increase the distance between ourselves and those thoughts, recognizing that we are not our thoughts. If you think about it, it's sort of like being at a lake. The thoughts are like ripples on the top of the lake, but what we're doing in our meditation practice is diving a little bit deeper, where it's calm and serene. The thoughts still happen, we're just not attaching ourselves to them, and we're not really going with the waves. So this is a way to go into the deep, sacred space of our heart. So, with that in mind then, how do we get started so that we can cultivate this sense of peace? There's lots of different ways. First of all, it's really important to find a sacred space that you can call your own, free of distractions. It could be in the corner of a room, it could even be in a closet, someplace where you can be undisturbed. Next, I like to have a few sacred items in there just to kind of get me into that reverent feeling, preparing me for that meditation. I have a corner of a bedroom that I have set up an altar that has a few of my special items there that helps me to really just connect to my meditation practice as a sacred practice. So you can do the same thing. Next, I would encourage you to find a safe place and a comfortable place to sit. For me, I like to sit on a meditation cushion, and there's lots of different varieties out there. But for those who might not find it comfortable to sit on the floor, you can sit in a chair. Any kind of chair will do, as long as it's comfortable for you. Lying down Shavasana doesn't tend to work as well because we tend to drift off into sleep a little bit more easy. This allows us to stay alert but calmly focused. And that's really what meditation is. We're cultivating a gentle focus. Good. So now the next thing I want to encourage you to look at is what are some of the ways to calm that mind. We know it's very chatty, so here's a few tips. First of all, you can use what are called mala beads. Mala beads are still being used frequently throughout this country and in India. This is an ancient practice of counting our breath or even a mantra. It's a great way to calm that monkey mind. It's sort of like if we give a banana to a monkey, it keeps him busy for a while. So this is a way to keep our mind busy so that we can get down deep where that peace is. So all we do is we can choose to count the breath or say a sacred word that means a lot to us, and each time we do that, we just simply roll a new bead in between our fingers as a means of counting without actually counting. So that's one way to do it, is to simply count the breath, inhaling for, let's say, a count of 4, and exhaling for a count of 6. Now, if the mind begins to wander, like it usually will, that's okay. It's just like a puppy we're training. Just gently bring it back and start over again. The more you do that, the easier it will become. So we inhale for a count of 4, and then we exhale for a count of 6. That's one way. Another way is to find that sacred word that means a lot to us. It might be love, it might be peace, or it could be a Sanskrit mantra of your choice, or perhaps a teacher has given one to you. We would just silently repeat this to ourselves over and over again while using the mala beads. Or, if you're a little bit more advanced in your practice, you can choose to use it without the mala beads. Interestingly enough, the mala beads look similar to a rosary. So if you choose, your rosary practice is a very effective meditation as well, reciting the prayers for each one of the beads on your rosary. Okay? So it doesn't matter what tradition you have, it's a matter of using the tools that speak to you. The last part of meditation that I like is the chanting part. This is another way to keep that mind active, but it's a little bit more musical. It's an opportunity for us to share our singing if we happen to enjoy that part of the practice, and it really is very meditative. So it's the same thing as doing it internally, repeating that phrase or that word. It's just that we sing it. Here's what it might look like with a simple peace chant. This is Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Om, Om Shanti, Om, Om Shanti, Om, Om Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om, Om Shanti, Om, Om Shanti, Om, Om Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om, Om Shanti, Om, Om Shanti, Om, Om Shanti, Om. Now you'll notice when I did that, I actually continued chanting on the inhale, and it was a small whisper. I encourage people to do it this way because otherwise we tend to gasp for breath to try and make sure that we can chant that word or that phrase as long as possible. Inhaling fast this way tends to increase activity in the nervous system, so it would look like this. Om Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om. That inhaling tends to aggravate the nervous system. So I encourage you to get into the practice of chanting silently on the inhale and then letting the exhale happen naturally. It's a great practice. So again, if you like to do the singing piece, this is a wonderful practice to engage in. Other resources that you can use are guided meditation CDs or favorite music that helps you to slip into that meditative gap. There's lots of resources out there. So find the one that really helps you to get connected with your divine self, and I encourage you to sit in meditation every day. You'll find that you'll really love it. It's a way to connect to yourself. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.